All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the PreMarket Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had an incredible day yesterday. Um, Happy Friday, everyone. Glad to be back in my official setup here, which is, again, when you're traveling, you definitely miss a lot of the bells and whistles. So glad to be here back in a normal setup. So, guys, hope you guys been doing well. Good morning, Norm. I see Norm flickering on, off.
Give me just a second. I got an issue on my side. Well, you're right there. Good
Yep.
morning, man. Welcome back.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I wait for Norm to get all set up there, and we'll get started, guys. Um, let's see here. Just one sec, guys. I had to do a couple of things here, like my trade ideas password expired, or I had to reset it. So just a couple of things to get going, but we are all set this morning. So all right, excellent, guys. Well, this was not yesterday's watch list, obviously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this from here. I'm just gonna do Control A, Control X, and we'll get this out of the way. There we go. And we'll build a brand new list this morning. Our SPY overall, Norm, we'll talk about this a little bit. Getting a nice little bounce the last couple of days, Norm. Have we found the bottom here?
I think we're just consolidating for the moment. We'll see. We'll see if it has the power to move higher or if we're going to sit here. This is a holiday weekend, start of the summer. A lot of kids getting off. We did have a ton of economic data just drop. PCE and core PCE inflation, real disposable income, real consumer spending, nominal personal income, nominal consumer spend, and advanced trade in goods. Hasn't done much. We're having pretty low volume on the SPY so far this morning compared to what we've seen recently. You rewind several months ago, 6 months ago, you would have thought this was exceptional volume, but we've seen mornings where at this point we've been over 2 million shares traded. So if I had to guess, I think today will be a little bit drowsy heading into the long weekend. Not that we
Yeah.
can't find some things to trade, but I think we will. I think that we will have a little bit of more quiet than we've seen recently, and we are in a range of consolidation here as well. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, not surprising, especially going into that long weekend for sure there. So, all right, guys, let's take a look. What's on our list here, starting with our gap up list. A couple of things in there, a couple of things in the red as well. So we'll see what the names are. How much earnings do we have left, by the way? Let's look at our trading terminal here.
we're at the very tail end of it. That'll probably populate nonetheless. It doesn't mean they're decent
Right, right.
earnings to watch, but whenever you see retail earnings coming in, you know you're at the tail end of actual earnings season. There are some companies that
Yeah,
report at weird times that don't stick to traditional quarterly calendars. Their quarters might run like February to April, um, instead of January to March for the first quarter.
yeah, yeah.
There are always going to be a sprinkling of earnings, but generally we're heading into the summer.
Yeah, so the big earnings,
Yeah.
especially the ones we've been all tech companies are kind of done. Reminder: Monday we're off, obviously long weekend, and we have a little bit sprinkling out through next week as well. GameStop, we'll look forward to that. All right, guys, let's take a look at our list here. PM. Oh, hold on, one skipped ahead. SIGA. I remember this being on our list last week when I did the show one day. By the way, I had a blast in Vancouver with the office and the guys there. It's great to come into an office sometimes, just see the people you're working with, right? So that was pretty fun. Here we're getting some volume, guys, up 12%, 1.5 million shares traded. So we definitely got some volume here. This one is no stranger to taking off. We saw this in a couple of days ago. We had a pop here from 9 to 12. Then I'm assuming pre-market we had a ton of action here all the way to 15, and then the slam down, right? Right after the bell opened, this thing just takes all the earnings, well, not earnings, but all the gains right out of it. So could be a possible, guys. Today, be very careful. This is a very risky one. The float on this, not low flow actually, sitting at 41. I'm still gonna slam it here on our low flow pile. Because again, you got to be very careful. But good pre-market activity right now, looking good as far as volume and the pop 11.8.
I do want to say that one of the pieces of economic data that came out were some inflation numbers. They came in a little bit lighter than expected. So while there was a little bit of a pause,
Mm-hmm.
They have started to move the market a bit higher in the last few minutes.
Okay.
Essentially, once I stopped talking about it, it started moving. Not saying I did that. I'm just saying it would have been
Yeah.
nice had it, given me that the heads up it was going to do that. Could have mentioned it at that point.
Absolutely, possible long opportunity. So, um, here we got guys PMVP, and this one here is up 12.8, 289, but not looking good at all. Volume seems just a little bit light. Also on their daily, not a whole lot of fun happening there. So not excited about that one. Very high short interest, at least on trade ideas, 31%. So a little bit on the higher side. Maybe that could mean something, but again, nothing's looking good on this morning. Um, Here's Dell. The Dell report. I know Dell was one of the companies that was possibly going to be reporting. Um, after
Oh, this is well, they had earnings last night, but
yeah.
yes, there might be also some
Mhm.
stuff in there with the VMware deal, Broadcom buying them, because there used to be a tie there.
Okay, okay.
So that
Uh,
might have something to do with it a little bit as well.
they're getting a little bit of a pop here, guys. Again, another company that even with earnings, their moves are not great. They don't tend to get a lot of
Yeah,
volume.
I agree.
You know,
It's
so I will even put this as a main one, or even a possible. Really, it's just I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Dell, never have been. So I just don't see it being good today. If we see it on our scanners, we can pop into it, but I'm just not a big fan of it. Here's PDD. PDD's got some action today, up 8.3, 1.4 million. So we definitely got some activity happening there. Their daily looks very good too. We're slamming against a level of resistance here. 45.45 seems to be the
yeah.
pre-market high. That looks good, man. What's going on with these
They had
guys?
earnings this morning, beat top and bottom lines.
Sweet, sweet. All right, so yeah, definitely let's put these guys on here. They're looking good this morning. That daily's looking pretty nice too. BIRD, they are not looking great. 7.7 right now, 140,000 again. Just very light on volume for the most part. Nasty pre-market activity. A lot of the volume really on this 140K sitting right here. So if it was not for this candle, this thing wouldn't even be on
Yeah,
our list, right? So I just no mind on this.
hundred
Um,
percent.
Here's GameStop. GameStop will be reporting next week, right? We just saw that.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. Today
Yeah,
they're
well, you've been.
getting
I don't know if you've talked about it, but if you guys talked about it, but GameStop's starting to meme a little bit again, and
yeah, yeah,
there's been some talk about how the cost to borrow this is just blown up. I saw figures, some of the brokerages charging 110% ish uh,
wow.
interest, 110% interest on borrowed shares. So, I mean,
That
think
is
about that.
yeah, yeah.
If you want to short it, you have to double your money just to break even.
That is insane. I'm sure they're doing that to protect themselves from risk, right? I mean, as well, but
Part of it.
that is just crazy, right? So that can actually create a short situation. If nobody wants to short this thing, a short squeeze. I mean, so we're seeing GameStop here 5.5, 120,000. Not doing great right now, but we know how explosive this can get. We'll throw it on the list. Last couple of days, yeah, we've been talking about this in the office too, and Artie has mentioned it a couple of times in the closing bell. But yeah, definitely going to add this onto the list, guys. Definitely in play this morning. FTCH. What's going on here? This is Farfetch, right?
Far
Yeah,
fetched.
Farfetch. Hit or miss on this one. I'm not a big fan of this pre-market activity right now. Very light on volume. Again, if it was not for a couple of these candles, it wouldn't be on our list. So I'm going to skip on this one. GameStop, we looked at MRVL this morning. We're getting up 3.9. Not great pre-market activity. This one, I think earnings and when there's a catalyst, it can trade very well. Outside of that, it's not a big trader. Had earnings last night. Looks like after
Yeah,
hours
Marvell
earnings,
had earnings last night.
not a great activity so far after earnings. Yesterday they did a
Not the
little something something, but yeah, nothing to
not not the
yeah.
greatest of
Right.
not the greatest trading of the semiconductor stocks.
Yep, agree. CNCE, no, no good. Just not looking great there. Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. Now this looks good. Tesla's getting some love here this morning up 2.2, 576. Yeah, Tesla is good. Let's add Tesla on the list here. At 7. I mean, Tesla hit 600 guys from what 1100 a couple of 2 months ago, just 2 months ago. So I mean, just insane drop there. SoFi, what's going on there? Getting a little bit of a pop there, but that's not enough to convince me on this one. to add to the list. Let's go to AMC. Now, is AMC doing something on its own, Norm, or is it just kind of trying to meme with GameStop as well? Is it that type of situation here? Looks a little bit
I haven't
fairly
really
weak.
seen anything too crazy. I think it's just kind of memeing with GameStop. And if somebody
Yeah.
has some alternate facts, let me know.
Yeah, I don't see anything either, so we'll just skip on it for now. All right, we kind of went through most of the gap up list there. We picked up a few that look okay. Again, like Norm mentioned, this you start to see how these watches are looking. They're not looking great. They look a little bit more, on the weaker side today as far as what we're used to seeing. So let's keep going. Let's see what's the gap down list. IOVA this morning, they are down 47%. Ouch. 15 down to $8 today. So they're just getting crushed. This is not a great ticker. You could tell the volume is very, very light. They're a biotech company here. 2.2 million shares traded so far. So again, today they definitely got a lot going on. I just don't know if you're going to get anything else out of this today. The big drop happened last night. Was it with earnings? What did they have? No, no earnings. So
No,
maybe something
it's a
else.
biotech company. They
Yeah.
had some info that came out about melanoma treatment.
All right, so that's not treating them well today. And again, I'll put them as a possible. I love the drop, how big it is, but you know what? I don't think you're going to get good trading out of it, though. I just want to keep it on here to confirm that at the open. I just don't think it's going to do anything fun for us. MRTX, and when I say something fun, guys, I'm saying it's not going to trade for what we'll be looking for, like with activity, with some good volume and so forth. MRTX, this one this morning is down 31%, 116,000 so far. Pre-market is just so light at the moment. Again, big drop here from 60 down to 40, 39. The spread right now, it is not pretty at all. I mean, for a $39 stock, that is a hefty spread there. You're looking at almost what is that, 40 cents? It is just not pretty. So unless the spread gets better, they get more volume, we can put it back on our list, but I'm going to skip it here. A lot of double digits in our gap down list today. Here's a GPS, which is gap. I'm assuming they reported
They
last
reported
night.
last night they're being
Yeah.
smacked by downgrades this morning.
Oh, Gap could be okay at times. We've seen a couple of really decent days the last few weeks, so maybe. And again, not the best. Today's list is not a blockbuster one, that's for sure. But 1.3 million, they're down 19%. Worth watching here. We lost a nice level of support we had here after we got a little bit of a bounce the last two trading days, giving all that back in this drop here this morning. So um, we'll take a look at that one. And then we have this is big lots. Yeah, big lots here normally doesn't trade very well. I'm assuming again we're getting to these not so fun to trade companies' earnings, and that's where they're coming up here, as you mentioned, almost
Yeah,
we window down. Big Luc's not a big one, guys. It's like BJ's too. They don't trade very well. They're down 14%, 465. Maybe a possible. Just be on the
they had
lookout.
earnings this morning that
Yeah,
were way worse than expected.
yeah. So look out for the spread. It's a $26 stock. It can get a little nasty at times. So just be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Possible. Not even on our main list though. That's for sure. AEO this morning. We are looking at nasty pre-market activity down 12.6. Again, just not liking this. And we've seen this ticker in the past. I don't like the way it trades. I think it's very light on volume. Has very choppy intraday action. So gonna keep it off the list for now. All right, guys. So not a whole lot on here. That looks great. Norm, anything you like besides probably the usual suspects, right? Apple, AMD. You'll probably look at those and see if anything goes on there. But anything on your list you like?
Um, no,
Yeah, yeah. It's a
to be
little bit
frank,
light today. Yeah.
it's Friday before holiday weekend. Probably a spy proxy considering the move that
Hmm.
it's getting, but we'll see if it sticks.
Yeah, absolutely. Mao, what's happening now? Why is the spy popping? I mean, yeah, they're getting some move here. This is because Norm mentioned it. This is Norm's action here. So don't go crazy looking for
There was
catalyst.
inflation data that came out at 8:30
Yep.
that show it's a little bit potentially lighter than expected, um, or lighter than it had been recently. And this is a risk manager. Risk
Oh, there we
managers.
go.
He's home for the summer, so
Oh,
his school
nice.
ended yesterday.
Nice.
Can you
What's
say
going
hi?
on, buddy? How you doing?
You say hi
You're
to
you're
Carlos.
definitely the best thing we
Hi.
got this morning here because this list is not doing it for us. Excellent. All right, guys. I mean, let's take it to a room, guys. What do you guys have? Nathan and Nvidia. Let's start there.
Daddy.
Nvidia here. We are popping up 1.8. Yeah, moving with the SPY. That's what
Daddy.
Norm mentioned, right? A SPY proxy. This will
Daddy.
be one. You know,
I
put
want the
Nvidia here.
lemon.
I'm gonna put Apple as well. We'll put Apple here. Uh,
Oh.
Decker,
Brush
hit
your teeth.
shift one. Decker, hit shift one. Can you hit shift one there on your keyboard? Does that do anything for your montage? uh, so we have NVIDIA, we have Apple. Again, just look at the SPY, guys. That is exactly what they're doing. I'm going to put the SPY here so we can just compare real quick. They're just doing whatever this is. So you got Apple, you got NVIDIA. Probably AMD is going to be another one too. Yes, AMD is doing the same thing. So you can add AMD there. And there'll be other ones, I am sure. Let's take a look at Neo this morning. Neo. Yeah, it's just moving with the SPY. Okay, volume, but yeah, Neo could be a good possible. Yep. All right, what else? We have AMD is good. We have that one. NVIDIA is good. Yeah, RDBX. What's that? RDBX is not
Red box.
Roblox. Right. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting.
Red box.
Redbox. I don't know. I don't know. How has this thing been trading? I see this a couple of days. It's popped up here. Doesn't look good, though. I don't know. I mean, had a nice little drop here. I'm just not sure, guys. I'm not a fan of this one. Maybe you can get some drops today. Norm, have you been looking at this at all? Do you even like this
No,
ticker?
it's garbage to me. I don't
Yeah,
trade $7 tickers.
yeah. They got to look really good to trade something under $10. It's this is not doing it really. So yeah, just be careful. Again, can you catch a move on this? Yes, but it's really not my style, so I'm not gonna add it to my list. All right, let's head on down. NVIDIA, we have AMC. AMC, do we have AMC? No. We looked at it. Okay, starting to pop up here. All right. AMC is good. We'll fine tune this a little bit later. So AMC is okay. We'll watch that one for now, so possible. RDBX, no good. AMC offering flavored popcorn. Well, that's interesting. That's not gonna get me to go there.
I
You know,
don't know if
I
that's a catalyst or not.
I got so comfortable at the house now, with the screens and everything and the surround sound. I mean, I don't know. Theaters, I used to go quite a bit. I don't see that happening. It's not a place
Yeah, I've got a theater
first
on
on
the
my
second
list.
floor of my house with better sound
I
and better
seen pictures.
quality than that.
Yeah,
I don't want to go anywhere.
yeah. You can pause the movie and go to the bathroom, no problem. You ain't gonna miss, nothing. So it's tough business to be
My
in.
neighbors aren't a big fan, but
Yeah, yeah. Neil, we looked at. Oh, let's go take a look over here on YouTube. Oh, first we got a few more here in our chat. Oxy. I'm just gonna look at Oxy here, guys. Some of the other ones we have already. Oxy, not doing a whole lot. Gotta wait for the market open. And Baba, a little bit quiet, down 1%. Big day yesterday on Baba here, guys. Big day. So I'm gonna put the mess up pause. We'll see if that's gonna amount to anything this morning. All right, quick look over on YouTube. We have Neo. We looked at. Thank you for that one. Stock Pigeon. How you doing, my friend? SoFi. It's moving. I'm not a big fan of SoFi, guys. I know you know this because I always end up taking it off, even when it looks decent. And when it looks decent, there's other stuff that looks better. That's what tends to happen with this one. When this one is in play and doing well, there's something else looking better. You know. So that's my take on it. I'm not gonna add it to the list. Matthew FCS. Let's take a look here. FCS. That's not coming up. Oh, X. Oh, you correct yourself. X. Okay. FCX. All right. No. Freeport, McMoran, whatever this is. No, it's not looking good. It's just nothing happening here. You look at the daily for a possible breakout. You need to get some volume in here. There's not much going on right now. That's okay, Matthew. No worries. Danko giving us a firm. Let's take a look at a firm here. They
moving with
are
the spy, really.
yeah, moving with the SPY and then with live volumes. I'd rather look at something else. I don't have much going on this morning. CCS, yes, no. Yes, excellent. All right, guys. Again, we don't got to push too much today. There's not going to be a lot out there. So far, what we've been throwing out doesn't look great. We got a couple here that might be worth watching, like a Tesla, but I believe now with looking at the SPY, just look at the SPY and pick your favorite stock that's moving with the SPY. So far this morning, that's what it looks like it's going to be. There might be some other ones like PDD, which are with PDD is really in play. This one here is really in play. It's got its own catalyst up 8.6, 1.5. It's probably the only one, guys. There may be gap here. Probably the only two that have something going on individually here. And GameStop with a squeeze. Who knows? But for the most part, that is what we got. All right, let me go ahead and get our announcements up over here. And then we'll come back and we'll fine tune this list. Oh, guys, let me get, I don't think I have the latest one. It'll take me just 2 seconds to get that. As I'm doing this over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it very much. It does help out the channel quite a bit. So thank you for that. All right, let's head over to announcements. Where's my, here we go.
Tech webinar next Monday, Bookmap with Kyle. Not next Monday. There is nothing next Monday. It's a holiday. Take the day off. Enjoy your family. If you don't enjoy your family, go drinking by yourself somewhere. The following week, Kyle, Bookmap part 1. And then Tuesday night, we do have Eamon, 5 p.m. trend trading. Randy Howell's webinar from Wednesday should be posted. And then next week, Dr. Kenneth Reed, part of his Mastermind Pro series. Mentorship with John, Ed, and Thor every Thursday. Just a reminder that Ed is off until Tuesday. May or may not open his room, but it'll be quiet in there. Then also don't forget about stocktradingsimulator.com, our free web-based trading replay simulator. And last but not least, if you're watching on YouTube, just a reminder to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help. However, other than that, if you'd like to come check out the room, you can go to bearbulltraders.com, scroll down about halfway down the page. You'll see that intro button to sign up. Use the promo code PreMarket24, and that will give you a discount off the intro membership. 7 calendar days, 5 trading days, does not auto renew.
Thank you, Norm. All right, guys, let's get to our list. All right, but before we do that, Norm, you got to see we changed our thumbnail for the show, and originally we changed it up, right? But originally, let me show you the original one, and then we said, okay, we got to tone it down a little bit. But this was the original one that they did for us right there.
Holy shit!
So we say, you know what, this looks good, and
chain. My lord,
we put the chain on you, man. We had to, and got your Lambo in here, good to go. We got your chauffeur ready. I mean, it was well done.
Elon's my chauffeur.
That's right.
When you have a Lambo, you don't want a chauffeur. The entire point of the Lambo isn't comfort.
We'll use him to open the door for you.
Richest man in the world opening the door for us in our Lambo. I like it. That's awesome.
Absolutely. This is Lee having some fun with us there. She does an amazing job with our. We
should use that one morning and see how it goes.
You know what? Let's use it next Friday or something. We'll see. All right, guys. Let's get to our list here this morning. We have PDD on deck. Definitely in play, like the pop we're getting this morning. Great volume. We have GameStop here. This one this morning, again, potential squeeze. I actually moved this down as a possible. Again, we had a couple of good moves here, and even if it does start moving, it's a stock that for me personally on my trading, I'm probably not gonna touch. I just don't like the risk that you have to take on this stock, right? And the uncertainty of the actual moves, and sometimes even when you're right, the pullback could be so aggressive that it can just take you out of the trade. So I don't like not being in a stock that can do aggressive moves like that, right? From 1 second to the next. So I'm going to put it as a possible. They're definitely in play this morning. They happened the last couple of days. Looks like with a slightly increase in volume, not a whole bunch, but enough to get them from 90 to 110, 115, from 115 to 150. I mean, these are really, really big moves. So let's see what happens today. Just again, guys, be very, very careful. Manage your risk accordingly on this one. Here is Tesla, guys. They're up 2.3, 732. Definitely in play. We'll keep that on there. Here's GPS. Again, GPS, it can trade a little bit choppy at first, so be careful. This is one that is probably good to wait 15 minutes or so, right, before you just jump up right on it. I think kind of settle down a little bit, see what it's going to do. Make sure you're not going to be stuck in some choppiness. So that's what I'm going to do with GPS and see if we can get some kind of opportunity. Here's Nvidia following the overall SPY, Apple following the SPY, and this is the SPY following the SPY, obviously. So and AMD as well. Where's AMD? We had AMD here. AMD down here as well, following the SPY. So we got one, two, three, four, five. We can afford to move one more up. Let's see which one that's going to be. Not GameStop, AMC, no. AIOV is not looking great. Big Lots, no. A lot of these are really, really. They're some of these are barely making our possibles list. They probably shouldn't be here. Neo is the one that's gonna take our number 6 spot here. So there we go. Neo it is. Okay, I like that list so far. Let's get some levels in here. Let's start with PDD and then go from there. I have the pre-market sitting at 46.48, so that's a great level there. Price action right now also getting a little love here around 45.38. Let's slam a level there, and if we look at that, we're seeing a couple of touches here, support and resistance, seeing on both sides a little bit of support there. So again, we're just dancing around with this one, this level here. Definitely one you keep an eye on. And you can see here we had a couple of 4 days just kind of using that as resistance there. And that's playing nice this morning as well in the pre-market. And if you go back, there's more and more touches on this level. So that's a significant level, guys, at 45.39. Definitely want to have that on your list. Heading down towards the bottom, we got another level here as well. This is going to be down at 44. Whole dollar number makes sense at times. 44 here. You got a nice rejection off of that. You got a couple of days using big rejection here. Look at the ping pong action between the 44 and the 42, right? So a lot of great support. Resistance and support happening right on those two numbers. I don't think you need to add anything else. If you want something in between here, there are some opportunities. You can see a couple of levels on there, especially if you're scalping and trading on lower time frames. You might want to have a little more levels, right? You might want to have more tighter levels, because if you're scalping and you're taking bigger size, a move from here to here or from here to here could be significant for you, right? So if maybe here we might get a little bit of support. We saw a little bit of stopping of rejection there around that 43.22. So depending on your time frame, you might want to have that level here, or you might not, depending how you're trading. So I think we're all set here. If we're looking to head back to the highs of the pre-market and take off from there, we do have a level over at 49.50. A big clear rejection over at 55.26. Again, it'll take a lot to get there. We're gonna need a lot of juice to be able to make that happen. Between 49.50 and the high of the pre-market, again, that's a big move, guys. You're looking at almost $3 there. That's a big move. You want to have something in the middle of that for especially small time frame traders. You can have this 48.18. Yeah, you're getting action 48.18 here, 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 and slightly right there. Not too much, but just an area. 48.18 is a good number for you. So you're safe here, guys. PDD levels all over the place. Here you do have a nice daily as well for possible breakout. So if we can get going, we're above some of these levels already towards the bottom. What's stopping us now is this 45.35, 39 level. Let's see if we can push above that. Here is Tesla, again, getting some love this morning, a bit of a bounce there. We're up 2.7 and climbing, and the overall market is doing that, right? If we go back to, let me put my SPY here again. If we go back to our SPY, and again, we're getting some decent volume. It was very quiet before Norms. After when Norm said, "Hey, SPY's very quiet," I think he woke it up, and here it is. It has taken off here after that. So 1.1 million so far on the SPY, and you can see Tesla and some other ones following suit. So Tesla towards the bottom, guys, below the price action right now. You're all set. There's nothing you need to do here. Highs and lows, previous day close. I mean, you are taken care of there. A high of the pre-market right now, 726.63. We'll slam a level there. Even if we take off here, I still want that level there. We had a little stop here. Let's see if we're going to break out of that or not. And also, if you look at this 726, you have a couple of days opening, closing right around that area. So I want to keep that level regardless what the pre-market high becomes after in a few minutes. Above this, you have an area here on 763. That is good. And then here, I don't see anything clean. The only clean level I see is this one, obviously up here, 847. Yeah, I don't see a good level This will be a minor level. I won't put a lot of weight on the 793. 800, the whole dollar might actually be a little more important because there's not a significant area of support. Like all the candles are at different places here. So you're not getting that confirmation. Hey, like this is a level here clearly, right? This is a level here where you got a lot of days bouncing off of that. You're not getting that in this range at the moment, right? Maybe if you scroll back, you might be able to fine tune it. 793. Okay, that's good. I like that. 763, 793 actually looks pretty decent there too. You got a couple of days, so maybe. And then 847, of course, that's going to be a level for sure. And you can see the confirmation towards the end here as well in a couple of days there in March. So I think you're set here, guys. Looking pretty good this morning, up 2.6. Let's see if that volume can get it pushing. Now here is the gap. Pre-market looking very choppy. I won't put a lot of weight into the pre-market right now. I think you kind of need for this to get going, for the market open, more volume to come in. Low of the pre-market 886. We'll throw a level there, and then towards the top. High of the pre-market right now is it all the way up here 956, right? So not a whole lot going on in this area for now. I think the highs and lows are going to be a better thing for you there. So let's head over here at $10, 10.02. Yeah, 10.02. Again, not a great level. It's not like this one over here. We got nice to almost a lot of resistance, support happening there. You're not seeing that here. So again, not a whole lot of weight on that 956 or that 10.02 level. Towards the bottom, when was the last time? Oh man, look at gap. Wow. It just gets worse the more I go back here. Let's see. No, hold on. Is that their IPO? That cannot be. No, yeah, I knew that. I cannot be their IPO. For some reason, it wasn't going more back. I was concerned. Like, that's their IPO. There's no way. Gap's been out for a long time. Um, Here we are. Let's take a look. Again, it's just very choppy. This is why we like clean dailies, right? If you have the option to get stocks that have a clean daily, you want to pick those because look how choppy this is, right? You're barely getting any volume. You're not getting no flow to it, and that's just doesn't give you great daily levels, right? So I mean, you have 725 as a clear one in here. I'm struggling. I have to really look hard to find a level. I don't like doing that. I like my levels to be very clean and clear and just kind of grab you by the face, like Andrew will say, because then you have a good level that everyone else is looking at, right? But if we dig deep here, 818, you can see something there. 725, you see something there as well. So we got a couple towards the bottom there, going back some time. I mean, look at this, man. Wow. March all the way up here, up to 38, now back down to 9. So man, what a roller coaster for GameStop. I mean for GPS here for Gap. All right, Nvidia is looking good as well. Love the daily right now. Big day yesterday, as many stocks did get a little bit of a bounce yesterday. Here we're going to add a 181, 86 is the high of the pre-market, and you're seeing a lot of activity here as well as far as support and resistance. A lot of resistance as well, right in that area. So hopefully we can break out of that. If we can, let's look at our daily here. Definitely 197. You got some stuff happening there. This is don't put too much weight on this 200, on this 190. Again, there's a couple of days opening, closing around that area, but it's not a big level like this one. I love levels that that hold the price down. You see, there's nothing up here. Every time you try to get there, it got slammed down. This one try to get going and then right back down the following day. So this 197, big level for that. This 181 we're at now, you're seeing a couple of resistance and support as well on that level. So that's going to be a big one. This 190, you're not seeing that. Are you kind of in the middle of the consolidation that we had? So can still be a good level to have on deck, but just don't put too much weight on that one as opposed to the other two surrounding it. Here is Apple. Apple also getting a little bit of some action towards the top side. Again, consolidation here, creating some really good levels. Let's get rid of these and kind of clean this up a little bit. There we go. Highs and lows of the last two trading days, doing a pretty good job towards the downside. Do not need to do anything there. We're going to add 145 here, 145.63, 65 high of the pre-market. Right over here at 147 and another level over at 149.71. So two levels towards the top here. Let's see if Apple and some of these other stocks alongside with the SPY are going to be strong today. Let's head down over to Neo this morning. We are good volume, 870. Wrong hotkey. We're looking at 876 right now. 1,000 and one up 1.2. So again, I think just following the overall market. I want to have Neo just to have something different than AMD, Apple, and Nvidia, right? Just something a little bit on a different area, just kind of see if we can get something going there. 1740, guys, clear level there. 1740 area support resistance right around that area. In the middle, you do have a couple of days touching this 1689. 1689 got a little bit of some action there. Again, not much, but you got some days using that as support and resistance. Might be worth noting that down there. And then towards the top, you're going to look at 1817. Very clear level of resistance there. A little bit of support happening as well. Towards the bottom, you're set. Maybe just mark the low of the pre-market. I think that's all you really need. All the way down here at 1540. And now that I'm looking at the pre-market action again, I don't like to put too much weight on something like this. I'd rather put weight on something like this here. You see that this, I think, will for me will be probably more important than this level 14 of 40. Closer to the price action, much closer to the price action. And also you can see the little bit of support you had there outside of this wick right at the open with probably a couple of block trades being recorded there, right? So I'd rather have or also in addition have this 1589. All right, that is our list, guys. We have PDD, we have Tesla, we have a gap here starting to look alive a little bit. Nvidia is good, Apple is good, obviously, and then we just have Neo. So not a bad list. Secondary list. Let's fine tune this list. We got way too many. GameStop. We'll see that this will be the entertainment stock for today for me. AMC. You know what? AMC not so much. Let's get rid of this. IOVA. I'm keeping this here to see if we're gonna be doing some closing of the gap here or something. What are we doing here? What's the plan with this company that's down 47% with 2.5 million shares traded, right? So what is the plan for these guys? Let's see. Just going to keep that on there. Big Lots had earnings, and then they're moving down 14% this morning, and this is great volume and a good pre-market activity for Big Lots. So it's a good one to have as far as a secondary there. You're asking for AMD levels, Daniel. We can do that. Levels for AMD pretty similar to Apple and Nvidia. We've been consolidating here, and again, I think AMD wants to be strong, but the market just keeps pushing them down big time. So 104.17 here is good. We got the highs and lows towards the bottom down here, so you're set there. In between here, so look at the clear levels, right? And today, that's one of the highs and lows, right? That's a very clear level of support. You got a little bit of resistance in this area, more support and resistance happening here. Now, and then above that, you have the other big level, which is the king of all levels, as you know by Jairus' webinar, is the previous day close, right? Within here, you're not seeing a great level, maybe something minor like 96.50, and you got a few days, not a lot, nothing like these two over here, 1 and 2. You have a few days, kind of closing, opening around this area here, some right over here as well. So 96.50, put a little weight on that just to have something in between there, especially if you're trading, if you're scalping and need to get to somewhere quickly with some big size, that could be something to aim for. All right, towards the top, we're all set 104. That is good. And yeah, I think that's all set for now. If we get to 104, we can look for more levels towards the top here. Neo we have on our main list, so let's get rid of it from here. Baba, no, not today. Not today for Baba. Let's get rid of that. And I think we're all set. And these two IOVA and big lots I probably wouldn't have here, but I'm curious to see how they're going to end today. Well, let's keep them on here and take a look at that a little bit later. All right, guys, we're looking good. Moderator's list is starting to come in here, which is nice. We'll get to those in just a second. Anything else? Any questions? Anything we might have missed? Let's see here. What do we have? What do we have? Levels. People's eyes are burning from the thumbnail we showed earlier with Thor's chain. I mean, Norm's chain there. Put a user on timeout. See you. We don't need you here doing that nonsense. Or hi user from the channel. There we go. All right. Bye. All right, let's see. We got Tiffany, we got Dima, we got Thor with their list already. Thoughts on Facebook? Let's take a look at Facebook here. Facebook. Let's see. Facebook this morning. I know social media was hot for a bit here. We got a lot of movements. They're pretty quiet right now. Again, I cannot tell you that they're going to stay like that. If the spy gets going, maybe they'll do something. Let's take a look at Twitter. What's happening with these guys? Is it me or is it taking a little bit to kind of load today? Maybe because I haven't loaded some charts in my system in a while. Is that it? It's taking like a bit here. Like if I go to AMD, it's probably a couple of days I haven't opened up the platform. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I go to AMD and does it very quickly. What's the other one that had the snap? Snap had the big drop. Snap could be interesting today, guys. If we want to close some of this gap, this one could actually uh, do something, right? It's setting up nicely higher lows the last couple of days, both in the green. Although we gapped down here yesterday, we recovered back to this area. This could be interesting, actually. I'm gonna put snap as a possible, guys. See if there's any chance of closing some of this gap down here. Maybe not today, but this could be interesting for some coming days there. So that's good. All right, someone asked earlier if everyone in Vancouver wears shorts when we're doing live show. Yes, it's mandatory. Gotta wear shorts in Vancouver. Absolutely. Oxy has really low volume, but at the high of the recent run, it could be interesting. Yeah, AJ, and I think Oxy is one of these tickers that also you have to wait for the market open to see what if it's going to get the volume or not. They don't do big stuff pre-market, right? I noticed that pre-market in typical nicey stock they tend to do that. Not all of them, but they tend to do that. Like look at yesterday for example. Nice big day, 87 to no sorry 67 to almost 70, 69.50 looks like. Look at the pre-market, just nothing, right? This is nothing happening. Market opens, volume comes in, and look how well it trades. So it's one of those tickers that you can't really judge the pre-market. I'll put them, I say possible, so we can take a closer look a little bit later. All right, let's bring in our moderators lineup, guys. I'm gonna let me resize this over here, bring this over. As I am doing this over on YouTube, our friends, thank you for joining us this morning and every morning. We appreciate that very much. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoy the show, and we will very much appreciate it. And if you haven't been to our channel first time, we're live every Monday through Friday, but not this coming Monday as we are off. The market is closed. It is a holiday, so we'll see you on Tuesday. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. And we'd love to have you there, guys. Remember, today we're having spaces on Twitter, so join Twitter for that. We're gonna have spaces. Andrew and Artie are going to be going live, and the best thing about spaces, which I always say, is that we can interact with you. So you can actually take the mic if you're logging in from your phone. If you log in from the website, it doesn't let you do it. But if you're logging in from your phone, we can give you the mic and you can ask your questions. We can actually hear your voice instead of reading a text, which is very nice. A new dynamic, because on YouTube and everywhere else, we always got to read text. Right now, we can actually hear the person asking questions. So definitely check that out. We're going to be live. I believe it's at either 3:30 or 3 o'clock. I'll confirm that time. But yeah, we're going to be live today with Artie and Andrew. So look forward to that. All right, here we go. We have Tiffany is a BBT Women's Happy Hour at 12 Eastern time today, guys. So don't miss out on that. For more information, email Tiffany there, and she can set you up with all the details. So have fun, ladies. Dima's looking at PDD, Baba, AMD, and Apple. Thor will be looking at the overall market and Apple there. Tiffany will be looking at Tesla and Nvidia. Megan, Big Lots, Baba, and Twitter. And Susan will be looking at Apple and Tesla. Peter, SVRE, wasn't this ticker trying to open like 3 days ago when I was in the office? They haven't opened up yet. I don't know what they're waiting for. Here's Brian with his list. He'll be trading live with Andrew in just a second. SWTX, WDAY, which is Workday, MRTX on his list this morning. It's been 6 days in a row now. All right, guys. What time on Twitter? Andrew and Artie are going to confirm that. I believe it's 3 o'clock that we're going to go live on Twitter Spaces. So plan for 3 o'clock, but it could be 3:30, right? We'll send out the link. Make sure you follow Andrew's tweet. He'll send out the link beforehand, and we'll post it here in the chat room as well. Once Artie and Andrew come on, we'll confirm that time. But I believe it's going to be 3 o'clock or 3:30. Should be fun. Guys, thank you so much for joining us over on YouTube. We appreciate it very, very much. Hope you're having an amazing week. And if you're not, that's okay. Next week, we're at it again. You have a long weekend, guys. So a great time to just kind of disconnect from the market. It is so crucial to do that. You got to take time off, vacation from the market. You got to take time off to let your mind rest. This job is very stressful. your mind needs to rest. Trust me. So a way to do that, to let your mind rest, is not to not to do stupid things on a Friday and not to be disciplined, right? So be very, very disciplined on a Friday so your mind can, can take a real nice break and not think about why did I do this? Why did I do that? So be disciplined today. If you're crushing the week, maybe consider taking a smaller size, right? Don't give much back. I know if you're struggling this week, take it easy today as well. Don't swing for the fences and try to hit a home run and make your hole a lot bigger than what it was. So be very careful. Today, by the way, the list does not look great. So you might not get these great moves that we've been getting throughout the week. So be mindful of that, right? Don't try to push when things are not there. Knowing what to trade and when to trade, when to slow down, when to step on the gas, when to be aggressive is very important as a trader. So keep that in mind as we move into this Friday, this long weekend. Have an amazing time with your family and friends. And we will see you guys next week. Take care and have a good one, guys.